Hey everybody, Billy Watkins here with the whole package. Joining me today, Dale Oelker with Love the Hungry. Dale, welcome.
Yes, thanks. Great to be here.
It's wonderful to meet you for the first time.
Yes.
You are the co-founder and executive director of Love the Hungry, yes?
That's correct, yes.
So tell us what Love the Hungry is, how the organization got started.
Well, Love the Hungry is a local nonprofit organization with a mission to provide nutrient-dense or nutrient-rich meals that we know can help alleviate or reverse the effects of malnutrition, especially in young children. So we engage volunteers of all ages in packaging a blend of fortified ingredients. It's called the NutriPlenty meal.
Okay. An example.
We brought along
right
one
there.
of the NutriPlenty pouches here. But volunteers work in assembly line teams. Everybody has a real simple task, and their job is to fill this pouch with that unique blend of ingredients. Every pouch is weighed and sealed and then counted and placed inside of a carton, taped closed, and they're ready to be shipped where they're needed.
So where are they needed? There are hungry people the world over. So who are you guys helping for the most part?
Hunger is a pretty complex issue, and there can be a variety of causes for hunger, especially chronic hunger. Often it's war or conflict or political conflict. Might be natural disasters, and can even be the effects of things like drought or flooding. But because of that, hunger is found pretty much anywhere throughout the world. So our meals are packaged locally, but most of our distribution is outside of the United States.
Okay.
We're really trying to target places where we know that children are in crisis, living in chronic hunger, and they can benefit the most from this type of meal. It might include places like Central America, countries like Haiti, parts of Africa. A lot of our meals are shipped to South Sudan. Okay. And then we can also respond to very specific crises like the war in Ukraine, where this year we've provided quite a bit of humanitarian aid to that part of the world.
That's awesome. What you guys are providing them, what you call the nutrient-rich meal. What exactly is it? What goes into what are you supplying for them?
A lot of times when we think of hunger, we just think of simply feeding people.
Right.
But the real challenge is providing the proper nourishment for people that are hungry. So the NutriPlenty meal is specially formulated to address the needs, especially of a child that's suffering from chronic hunger. So there's a proprietary blend of ingredients that are specific to this meal, and the most important component is a little packet or sachet of micronutrients. Okay. It's called M+ micronutrients, developed by a group out of Dayton, Ohio. A lot of research was done specifically based around children that are malnourished, and that's kind of the power pack to the meal. There's high concentrations of things like iron, zinc, folate, B12, very specific micronutrients. Then the meal also contains a little scoop of dehydrated vegetables. There's 6 vegetables in that blend. We include kale, that's a little higher in iron.
Okay.
We need a source of protein, so we use a vegetable or soy protein. And then the last component is rice. And that's the 4 main components to the NutriPlenty meal.
So it's filling, yet they're getting the building blocks, they're getting the vitamins and minerals they need as to grow and be healthy. Right?
Exactly, yeah. And because it's cooked up as kind of part of a nice hearty casserole type meal or rice-based meal, those nutrients then are absorbed, very easily or readily into the body, especially for the children.
Amazing work that you do. How did you get into this? How did you guys start this thing?
Well, my wife Tanya and I are the ones that founded Love the Hungry, but it wasn't just done, as kind of an overnight whim. We had spent quite a bit of time with a similar organization, had volunteered a lot of time, so we knew a lot about this kind of process, packaging these types of fortified meals. but also for both of us, we had spent time on some mission trips, had been in places where we witnessed firsthand
The need.
The need,
Yeah.
exactly. Seeing children that were, on the brink of starvation, of death, because of a lack of the proper nutrition. So that really was a big part of our inspiration to say, hey, maybe we can do a little something ourselves to try and reduce the number of hungry children in the world.
How do you guys make this happen? How are you funded?
So there's a couple of sources, a variety of sources that really help support the work. Most of our packaging is done through specific events. For example, last night we were with a church where a number of volunteers, showed up and were part of the process to help create the NutriPlenty packets.
You said you had 175 people show up, right?
We had a
Just
big
at
crowd,
one event. That's
almost
huge.
200 people, which made for quick work.
Right.
But those types of events are typically then funded or supported by the participating organization.
Yeah.
So the church made a donation to support that packaging event. And that happens with corporate groups,
Yep.
local community organizations, churches, schools, other volunteer groups. But we also get funding from individuals that just want to contribute toward this particular cause.
Yep.
We're fortunate that we may get a few grants along the way, some corporate donations that help support the work. But there's always, you might say, kind of a real linear approach to where the funding is what drives the number of meals that are packaged. So when $1 comes in the door, we're going to make sure that the meals packaged is in proportion to that donation.
Right. Also, last night you did 25,000 meals. Was that
Almost 25,000 in an hour's worth of time.
So those 25,000 meals, what does that equate to? Is it kind of like one of those? How many does that feed? I guess.
Yeah, that's a great question. So a single packet of NutriPlenty ingredients, when it's cooked, actually provides 6 one-cup servings.
Okay.
We'll kind of use the word servings and meals interchangeably, but think of 6 children getting a nutritious meal with just a single pouch of ingredients. Now, we include 36 of these in a carton, which I'm going to
Oh yeah. Here we
pull
go.
that up right now.
What we're all about.
Here's our NutriPlenty Love the Hungry carton. A single carton of ingredients can feed 7 children for an entire month. That would be a 1-cup
Okay.
serving each day. So if you think of the impact just in one single box of ingredients, that's
One
That's
carton
benefiting
can
a
make a
whole lot of
difference.
children.
Heck
Yes.
yeah. So you bring this up. How is Premier involved with Love
Well, that's
the
our little
Hungry? And
segue
here-
into
yeah,
Premier here.
Yeah.
So we've had a great relationship with Premier for, I think, about 7 years now.
Wow.
And they kind of help design and then, print and create all of the corrugated. Premier has been very generous to donate these supplies over the course of those 6 or 7 years. We think this is the best box that you'll find in the world of humanitarian work.
And these things are going all over, right?
And
I
they're
mean,
being shipped. In fact, our meals have reached children in 30 different countries throughout the world. But if you see a Love the Hungry box somewhere, first of all, the corrugated came from Premier.
Right.
And second of all, it was packaged, by a local volunteer somewhere in this area.
That is awesome, and it's a nice looking box. Good graphics, two color printing, and how many did you say fit in here? How many meals?
There's 216 servings in one carton,
Okay.
one box. If we build a pallet of 33 boxes, that's over 7,000 servings.
Wow, and that's
just
how
on
many?
one skid.
33 on a skid.
Yes.
That is amazing. 36 bags, 33 pounds.
We get a lot of compliments on
the-
just the box itself because of the sturdiness.
Right.
If you think of these boxes, say in the back of a pickup truck in South Sudan, they don't have the best infrastructure there, so things are going to get tossed around, thrown around, and you need a good box that's going to stand up to that.
Tested to withstand all of that.
Exactly. And we actually get feedback from our partners around the world that say, we appreciate the quality of the box that you
Nice
use.
box. Well, call
Not
Premier.
everyone does that.
Call Premier, yeah. Right.
That's right.
You have a new warehouse, an event location just in the last several months, I guess?
We've had some exciting news that's developed just in the last couple of months. The 1st of October, we moved into a new warehouse event location on Fern Valley Road near I-65.
Okay.
We can host groups of 100 plus volunteers, but even more importantly, it provides a space for storage and the ability to move product in and out. And that's our new home.
So you host events there where people come in and do this, but you also, like what you did last night, you're going and setting up the lines at someone's location as well, right?
That's what we call a mobile event. So all of the equipment that's needed, all of the raw materials are put into a truck, taken out to that location, and then with the help of some extra volunteers, we just set up the packaging lines or stations, on site, and conduct the event at their location.
Very cool. At this point, do you know how many meals you've packaged since the beginning?
You bet. We're always tracking that number. And here's a great little fun fact for you. This Friday, we are hosting volunteers from Premier. And on that day, we will package the 8 millionth serving of fortified meals.
8 million meals across the world.
So we're going to celebrate that moment with the team from Premier.
Very nice, very nice. Well, we're supporting Love the Hungry as a company and team members, I guess, this Friday. But how would anyone watching this, hearing about this, what's the best way to support Love the Hungry?
The simplest way is to get information through our website. You can go to lovethehungry.org. There's lots of details there, and even kind of a step-by-step explanation of various ways to get involved. If a group wants to host an event or schedule an event, they can kind of walk through the steps through the website. If someone just wants to make a donation, knowing that every dollar directly impacts the number of meals we package, there's a little donate tab on the website. And you can make a secure online donation that way. But that's a great source for lots of information.
We're around that time of year where it's it's a nice thing to do to help others, and I couldn't think of a better organization to support than you guys, because you're truly filling an extremely important need.
It's the season of giving, and again, we just like to let people know, or have the confidence to know, that if they make a donation to Love the Hungry, every dollar has a direct impact on the number of meals that are going to be packaged and provided to children and families.
Very good, very good. I wish I had something fun, any kind of. We were talking a little bit earlier. I'm going to drag this out. Do you have any kind of?
Sure you want to go there?
I do. Any kind of brush with greatness you want to tell me about?
Well, we had a conversation one time about how my wife had a brush of greatness with Donny Osmond at a rental car agency.
I mean, just the most random.
Yeah, and the excitement that ensued after her brush with greatness there.
With Donnie, did she get his autograph?
She actually did.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing she could find quickly was a road map that we had, I guess, in our car.
Yeah. The rental agreement, I guess you could have done that.
That might have worked too.
But Donnie signed the.
He signed the road map. Yeah.
Does she have it framed? Or just in a drawer somewhere?
It might be under her pillow for all I know.
Oh, very nice. Dale, thank you very much. It's been a joy talking to you, and I want everybody to check out Love the Hungry, get involved, and do what you can. Thank you, sir. Until next time, this is Billy with The Whole Package. Thanks, everybody.
Do you have comments, questions, or ideas about this topic? If so, we'd like to hear from you. Please visit primpack.com/podcast to let us know what you think. Thanks.